Talk about team effort. This is really a huge team effort. We have groups that have been with us every year, major corporations, individuals.
I was very fortunate. I had a lot of seconds, which I wish I had a chance to go back and redo a couple of those shots.
I hit a lot of fairways, a lot of greens. I think I hit 16 greens on Saturday's round, and I hit 15 greens on Sunday's round.
And we have so many names everybody knew. You know, you had the Lopez and Sheehan, like you said, and myself.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. I'm Harry Donahue, and if you've been watching Inside Golf over the past few weeks, you know we've had a chance to catch up with some great players from both the LPGA Tour and the PGA Tour. So, in the event you missed it the first time around, or maybe you want to see it again, sit back and enjoy our conversations with Jay Sigel, Bob Murphy, Sean O'Hare, and Jan Stevenson. It's coming up next on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management.
Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management, helping you build, manage, and preserve wealth. By PGN Plus, play your golf bucket list. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.
Whether you are beginning to plan for your future, building your nest egg, or nearing retirement, Susquehanna Wealth Management will take the time to understand your unique situation and provide a customized, comprehensive strategy. From investment management and trust services to retirement planning for you or your business, we can help you develop a long-term plan to meet your specific financial goals. We understand that through life stages, your needs and financial objectives change. No matter where you are in life or how much wealth you have accumulated, we're always available to sit down with you to review your plan and adjust it as necessary. Susquehanna Wealth Management.
Susquehanna Wealth Management,
helping you build,
manage, and preserve wealth.
At this moment, across the country, families are packing their bags for a getaway. And no matter where they end up, they'll all be home by dinner. Plan your own at playgolfamerica.com. From finding fun and affordable programs to finding advice from PGA and LPGA professionals, playgolfamerica.com has a way for you to get away. Visit today for details. playgolfamerica.com, your link to the game.
Welcome back to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. We're at Aronimink Golf Club and the 22nd Annual Jay Sigel Invitational that benefits and has, through its entire 22 years, cancer research at the Abramson Research Center at the University of Pennsylvania. Dr. David Lee is head of surgery at Presbyterian Hospital, and also he is a professor of urology at the Perelman School at the University of Pennsylvania Hospital. Dr. Lee, you know what this tournament has done locally when it comes to research, especially prostate cancer research.
Yeah, Jay has been very generous with his support over the years of running this tournament, which people enjoy very, very much to come out and play this wonderful course. But the proceeds go to help support the cancer research that goes on, specifically in prostate and in breast cancer.
How is the battle against prostate cancer going?
I think it's going really, really well. You know, I think one of the controversies that has come out recently is about whether we should screen men or not. But beyond that, the research that has been going on for men who have it and then have a cancer that should be treated, we've been very successful in the research aspect, but also in treatment with surgery, treatment with radiation, and then for men who fail that, you know, other options including hormone therapy and chemotherapy.
Something else I think that's important is just getting people's, shall we say, radar up on the screen and recognizing, hey, you may feel healthy, you may be in an age where you feel invincible, but you can't overlook the possibility of prostate cancer developing.
Absolutely. You know, it's important always to get your routine physical checkup, but then there are certain screening tools that we have for specific types of cancer, including prostate cancer, colorectal cancer, and for prostate cancer, it's as simple as getting a blood test. And so the PSA blood test can really help us to screen for prostate cancer. And then when we find it, we have to make a good treatment decision, whether it's surgery or even observation for some older men with a small amount of early prostate cancer. And so, but getting it checked out, making sure we know what we're dealing with, that's the important thing.
And it seems like men a lot of times, just unlike maybe women, put off, an appointment with the doctor, an annual physical, for whatever reason we don't know. But are you finding more and more men coming to you saying, hey, I feel okay, but I just want to make sure I'm okay?
Absolutely. I think as people, as more and more people learn about prostate cancer, they understand it's not something to be scared of. And women, you're right, have been very proactive about their health with screening for breast cancer, but I think men are getting to that same place. And so, going to your physician, getting it checked out, and getting informed about it, that's the keys for success.
Dr. David Lee, thanks for taking time out.
Thank you so much.
Good luck with your work, and thank you for what you're doing for men and everyone at the University of Pennsylvania and the Abramson Research Center.
Thanks. No, thanks for raising the awareness for this, because that's really the important thing.
Well, it is the 22nd year of the Jay Siegel Invitational here at Aronimink, and look who it is, the host himself, Jay Siegel. Jay, 22 years. It's one of the longest running and one of the premier charity events, not only in Philadelphia, but around the country.
Yes, Harry. Nice of you to be here, and we're thrilled at the turnout again, and a lot of hustling going on in the last few weeks, but talk about team effort. This is really a huge team effort. We have groups that have been with us every year, major corporations, individuals. Pretty neat. And the cause, of course, it's prostate cancer research, but we do so much for other cancer situations. I have the ability to have access to the best at Penn, and we get some great results. We've got many success stories.
What was the initial attraction to have the event, and in particular have it focus on the Abramson Research Center at the University of Pennsylvania?
Well, my dad passed away from cancer years ago, and we got involved with the American Cancer Society, and then shortly thereafter, Arnold Palmer came down with prostate cancer. The guys started talking about it. We realized that the guys didn't know anything about prostate cancer awareness. Then Colbert, my good friend Jim Colbert, same thing. So we learned a little bit more. It made sense for us to shift to prostate cancer awareness because the women do such a better job than the men. So here we are.
It's a good time for people to get together, play golf, but also gives them the opportunity to realize, hey guys, you got to take care of yourself, your health, and it's a wake-up call for a lot of people.
Absolutely. It's amazing how many guys don't. And we've got guys on the committee who had prostate cancer in their 40s. People look at me and they say, how could that be? Well, it happens.
And it's probably a little more aggressive the younger you are as opposed to getting it in the elderly years. Tell us about where your golf game is right now. And, I know you've had your series of shoulder problems and things like that. How's your overall fitness for golf?
Well, I haven't played in 10 days because of a back situation. My golf's been actually pretty good. I've got a file of shooting my age and breaking my age. I broke my age the other day by 4 or 5. That was pretty good. So
that means you're somewhere around, what, 66, 67?
My scoring, you mean?
Yeah,
that's right.
On that round.
That was about 66 it was.
There you go.
Yeah. So
I didn't mean to give away your age.
No, you didn't. You didn't. Yeah.
Jay, on behalf of all the people that are here and the beneficiaries over the years of what you've done, thank you.
Harry.
And I hope there's 22 more years left.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Golf is your passion. Each round is a unique experience with memories that last a lifetime. Make your next round one to remember with PGNplus.com, the Professional Golfers Network. Sign up for free for exclusive access to the best private courses in your area. Already a country club member? Go to pgnplus.com to learn how to take your membership further. Play your golf bucket list only on pgnplus.com. Book your tee time today.
Susquehanna Wealth Management can help a company develop a retirement plan for their employees through our Retirement Plan Services division. We have a team dedicated to servicing qualified plans that can work with the plan sponsor on developing a robust retirement plan. We have the resources and experienced personnel to provide services in all facets of a retirement plan, including plan design and administration, investment selection and monitoring, fiduciary support, and employee education. Susquehanna Wealth Management can provide an analysis of a current plan's fees, investment lineup, and plan design, and make suggestions for areas that may be enhanced. The plan's costs and investment lineup will be benchmarked against peers in order to provide plan sponsors with a gauge as to how their plan compares. Once a company decides to move forward with Susquehanna Wealth Management, we will work with the client to develop a timeline to make a change that best fits their goals and workflow. The Retirement Plan Services representative will monitor the timeline and manage the action items to ensure a seamless conversion. Our representatives are also available to provide on-site communication meetings for the employees to explain the changes. Susquehanna Wealth Management takes pride in the hands-on approach we take with our clients. We strive to personalize our services to best meet the client's needs, and every plan and every company's situation is different, so we seek the best platform and overall plan design to best fit the client.
Welcome back to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. We're at the Jay Siegel Invitational here at Aronimink, and Jay's honored guest this year is Bob Murphy. Now, Bob Murphy, for those of you who don't know, had a stellar career as an amateur and as a professional. In fact, he won the U.S. Amateur, was the NCAA champion at the University of Florida before turning professional. And in 1968, actually won his first PGA Tour event here in the Philadelphia area. Bob went on to play in the Ryder Cup. Oh, and as an amateur, he also played in the Walker Cup. Bob Murphy joined us on Inside Golf here at the Jay Siegel Invitational. Bob, it's great to see you. Welcome back to Aronimink.
Thank you. Hey, it's good for me to be in Philadelphia. Won my first tournament here, so I don't forget that.
I did a little history, Bob, knowing that I'd be seeing you here today back in, I think it was 1968 at White Marsh Valley Country Club.
Right.
That tournament had different names over its course of time, and I think then it may have been called the Philadelphia Golf Classic, was it, or the IVB Golf Classic?
IVB, I believe, yep.
And that was your first win?
My first win, sure was, and I won in a playoff, and very happy, very happy to pull that one out. But I had a great experience there. It was the first time I'd ever played with Jack Nicklaus, and I played with him the last two rounds, Saturday and Sunday, and so I was very happy that I was able to control myself playing with Jack and winning.
Well, it wasn't like you kind of just sprung on the scene. Let's go back a little bit prior to that. You won the U.S. Amateur.
Right.
When you were an amateur. You were the NCAA champion as a team with Florida and the individual champion at the University of Florida. It gets better, folks. You were a member of the Walker Cup team that won against Great Britain and Ireland.
Right.
And you turned pro right after 1967, I think you got out of college, was it, or 66?
Yeah, I got out of school in 66, and I wanted to remain an amateur so I could play the Walker Cup and the World Cup. We played the Eisenhower World Cup down in Mexico. So those things I wanted to do while I was still an amateur, yeah.
So you turned pro in 1968. You win at White Marsh, and you went on to win, I think, what, 4 more PGA Tour events?
Yeah, I did. I was very fortunate. I had a lot of seconds, which I wish I had a chance to go back and redo a couple of those shots. But you know, winning is a special thing, and so my last win was the Canadian Open, and beat poor old Greg Norman.
We've heard of the Shark. You beat him. Were you playing together in the last day or two?
We were playing together the last day, and 18 up at the golf course Glen Abbey in Canada, and it's a par 5, and you know, most guys can reach it in 2, and I had hit my best ever drive on that hole. Greg was in the bunker, so he had to lay out to the left. Now, bear in mind, I've got a 4-shot lead, and I get ready to hit, and I'm hitting a 9-iron, and he comes over and he says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm laying up right over there, Greg. I'm going to hit this right over there, about 120, and then I'm going to have 105 left. I'm going to put that on the green about 6 feet, and I'm going to make it, and I'm going to beat you by 5.
Golf course management, right?
That's right. That's right.
You know, Bob, when I look back at your career, you were a baseball player, weren't you, of
Yes.
some regard, too, as a youngster and through high school?
Yeah, I played baseball and come from a very small school, country school, and I didn't play golf. I caddied for my dad, but I got injured. I had my right shoulder separated and my pitching arm, and there I was at the University of Florida, and they were going to try to do all these operations, which then were 25% successful. Today it would take 2 little cuts like that and be done. Well, I started playing golf. I was in pre-med, and I started playing golf for something to do, and I took a required physical education class of golf, and the golf coach was teaching it, and he asked me if I'd like to learn to play, and I said yes.
Well, and it's Florida's one of the, I guess you could call it almost a factory when it comes to turning out guys that go on to play in the pros. Gary Hoke, I know, was a Gator, right, among others.
Absolutely. Gary Koch, they were after me. Andy Bean, Andy North. Prior to that, the same man that taught me taught Dave Reagan and Doug Sanders and Tommy Aaron and Frank Beard and Steve Melnick, who won the amateur, and also Jerry Pate. So he was a good teacher.
Yeah, I've been at the pro shop down there, and I know they have all the pictures of the guys, and it takes up a couple walls. You know, the one thing I remember about your swing, you almost came to a complete stop at the top of your swing. How did that start, and did anybody ever say, wait a minute, you gotta change that?
It started because I played baseball. And when I started playing golf, I had a wild swing, and it was quick and fast and inside and outside. And I could hit a long way, but take 3 caddies to find it. So I said to myself, I can hit a baseball where I stand and I hold the bat very quietly, and then drive off and hit. Why can't I take a golf club and put it up there, get quiet, and then go from there? So that's how that happened. Yeah.
And nobody ever tried to change it? Your swing coach or anybody else?
No, as a matter of fact, he was very much in favor of it, and he did teach a little bit of that same thing, that same idea with Jerry Pate and Steve Melnick. So it worked.
Murph, always a pleasure. Good luck to you the rest of your career, and get back healthy, get out there on the golf course and make it happen.
Yeah, good.
But it was nice. It was a nice weekend. It was probably the lowest weekend I've had in a long time.
If you haven't seen it already, I'd like to introduce you to Jersey Man Magazine, published by former Eagle tight end Ken Dunnick. It's the only men's magazine in our area. Enjoy articles on cigars, martinis, the mob, business, politics, and, of course, golf. Written by big-time journalists like George Anastasia, Bill Lyon, Sam Carchidi, and many others. Subscriptions are only $20 a year and are available at jerseymanmagazine.com.
In 1916, a small group of dedicated golfers decided to turn their passion into a business. And the PGA of America was born. Our plan was to teach golf and to run golf courses. But along the way, we learned we taught something much more valuable than a game. And we built something far more enduring than clubhouses or fairways. So now, after almost 100 years, we've come to realize that what we thought would be a success story has always been, and always will be, a love story. From the 28,000 dedicated professionals at the PGA of America to the 27 million men, women, and children who share the passion that is our business. Thank you.
Welcome back to Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. Here we are at White Manor on the range talking with Sean O'Haire. First of all, congratulations on a nice week down there in Georgia. That must have felt pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it felt really good. You know, it was kind of, I got a little nervous on Friday. I bogeyed my last hole and I made the cut right on the number, but it was nice. It was a nice weekend. It was probably the lowest weekend I've had in a long time.
Yeah, and you were using for the first time new clubs from TaylorMade, the RS1s.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was the clubs, the swing, or what, Sean, but it must have worked out pretty well for you.
You know, I was very happy with my irons. Hopefully it was a little bit of both. You know, I've been working hard on my game, but yeah, you know, I put these new irons in the bag on Wednesday, and I hit maybe 6 shots with them on Wednesday and went out and played with them on Thursday, and felt really good with them, and just kind of the confidence just built, you know, as the week went on, and you know, and just had a really good ball striking weekend. You know, I hit a lot of fairways, a lot of greens. I think I hit 16 greens on Saturday's round, and I hit 15 greens on Sunday's round. So it's hard to shoot high numbers when you're hitting that many greens.
You know, we hear about visualization, and you were saying earlier that one of the things about this club that you liked is just when you look at it, it feels better.
Yeah, you know, I have a specific look I'm looking for in an iron. You know, my iron game's always kind of been the strength of my game, and so look is important. But with these irons, you know, you just look at them, and for me, it just was like, how can I miss it? And you know, and I think the technology behind it, making the off-center hits go, you know, consistently as far as distance control is concerned, just kind of fed into my confidence. And you know, and I just, like I said, I had probably my best weekend in a long, long time.
I've often heard, you know, a part of golf is making your misses better. And I didn't realize you gave out a stat. How often, not just guys like myself, you know, 12, 13 handicappers miss it, but tour guys miss it.
Yeah, TaylorMade came out with some research saying that 76% of average golfers miss the sweet spot of the club. And so, you know, being on the PGA Tour, you know, it's about your misses. It's about how good your misses are, not about how good your good shots are. And you know, and the guys that's missing it the best that week is going to win. And that's what this iron's all about. It's about making your misses better. It's not about, you know, hitting it a million miles. It's about hitting it on the toe, hitting it on the heel, hitting it on the sweet spot, and it going the same distance every time. And as we saw earlier today, I mean, you know, getting out of the car, not swinging at all. You know, I probably hit, you know, say 10 shots, and they all went the same distance, and I was hitting it all over the place.
Regardless of where the ball was making contact on the club face.
Exactly, and that's what it's about. It's not about how far you hit it on the PGA Tour. It's about how consistent you are. And you know, you look at guys like, you know, Zach Johnson and Jason Duffner. The reason why they make so much money every year is because they're so good with their approach shots. Their distance control is good, and basically this club makes a guy like me that much better. And that's what's cool.
You know, it reminds me, I read something, I don't know if this is true or not, about you, and I guess it was a few years ago, and you were having troubles with your swing. And I think it was before maybe the John Deere Classic that you won, that you actually went to a bookstore.
Yeah, Barnes & Noble, yeah.
Like 2 days before the event started. 2 days before, you're reading a Jack Nicklaus book on his swing, and you went out and won the tournament.
Well, actually, it was a day before. It was the day before, and I just couldn't sleep at night. I was nervous. I was concerned about my game. You know, I didn't feel good at all. I was kind of at that point where you're lost. I think we've all been there, and I just needed something. And so I got a book, and I saw a picture. I'm like, oh, that looks good. And I went out there with it, and I
started. And you practiced in your hotel room?
I didn't even hit balls. I went out. It was Wednesday after I got done playing. I went to Barnes & Noble, got that book. It was Jack Nicklaus Golf My Way, and you know, Wednesday night I was in my, you know, looking at the mirror in my hotel room, taking a few swings, and then I went on the range and felt pretty good, and just, you know, went out and won the golf tournament.
You know, it's amazing. You never know what it's going to do. I mean, what is it? You know, is it practicing or
golf,
a book? Exactly. Now maybe a new club, and we hope that you're back in the winner's circle real soon.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Good luck. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
More Inside Golf coming up in a moment.
Now give back. I'm with Janfa Juniors, but now I have a Crossroads Foundation, which is really beyond golf.
Golf is your passion. Each round is a unique experience with memories that last a lifetime. Make your next round one to remember with PGNplus.com, the Professional Golfers Network. Sign up for free for exclusive access to the best private courses in your area. Already a country club member? Go to PGNplus.com to learn how to take your membership further. Play your golf bucket list only on PGNplus.com. Book your tee time today.
Whether you are beginning to plan for your future, building your nest egg, or nearing retirement, Susquehanna Wealth Management will take the time to understand your unique situation and provide a customized, comprehensive strategy. From investment management and trust services to retirement planning for you or your business, we can help you develop a long-term plan to meet your specific financial goals. We understand that through life stages, your needs and financial objectives change. No matter where you are in life or how much wealth you have accumulated, we're always available to sit down with you to review your plan and adjust it as necessary. Susquehanna Wealth Management.
Susquehanna Wealth Management.
Helping you build,
manage, and preserve wealth.
Jan Stephenson gained notoriety as a professional women's golfer in the 1970s when she broke out on the LPGA Tour and was named the LPGA Rookie of the Year in 1974. She went on to win 3 majors and a total of 16 LPGA Tour events, all while helping to change the face of ladies golf.
And why should you hide your femininity to prove that you're independent? I really love golf. I mean, I've been so fortunate to have an incredible career. When I first came over here from Australia, we had a new commissioner and he wanted to kind of use me to be the new image of the LPGA. And so, you know, he said, well, I want to introduce you to some new sponsors and do some photography work to try to get the tour started. And of course, he had quite a few risque photos for me to do, which was fun. And it was really great back then because, you know, you hear about the good old days. We had huge galleries, a lot more than nowadays, but perhaps because there's television now, you've got Golf Channel, so it makes it easy for people to just watch golf and not come out to see it. And we had so many names everybody knew. You know, you had the Lopez and Sheehan, like you said, and Bradley and Daniel and myself. And so there were so many great personalities. We all were so different. I mean, they actually talk about it being one of the best generations for golf. But we were really a family. I mean, we all stay very close. We have a Legends Tour now with the same players, and we're all very close. We talk to each other on the phone and text, and now it's different though because we're always trying to beat each other's brains out back then, whereas now we're really friendly, and we still, of course, we're very competitive. but it's fun. We spend a lot more time socially than we ever did before.
Well, it's good that Jan Stephenson, after finishing her career on the LPGA Tour, has a second career when it comes to great wines. Hey, be with us because in the weeks ahead we'll be talking to Stephen Kay, the noted Philadelphia area golf course architect. His latest project, it's a big one, restoring the Donald Ross design at Tarsdale Frankfurt Country Club. And that's going to do it for this week's edition of Inside Golf. I'm Harry Donahue. And remember, no matter how bad it's going for you out there, don't pick up. See you next time on Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management. Inside Golf, presented by Susquehanna Wealth Management, helping you build, manage, and preserve wealth. By PGN Plus, play your golf bucket list. And by the Philadelphia Section PGA, experts in the game and business of golf.